Hey Aries, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your timeless reading, asking what's coming towards you. And whenever you see this, that's when it was meant to find you. That being said, be real with yourself. Don't try to force it. If it doesn't fit, it could be for another Aries. We're going to start with Angels of Abundance deck, and we're going to be getting a couple messages, broad messages that are going to kind of hang over your whole reading like an umbrella. If you would like for me to pray for you, and if you'd like for everybody else to jump in and pray for you as well, this is one of those channels. Say hi in the comment section or even leave an emoji if you're more comfortable with that. And it gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. So that's the purpose of that. And I'll say thank you so much for hitting the like button on your way in. Thank you. All right, so we start with choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Secondly, we have give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and you know that your generosity will be returned to you many-fold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And I just got a really interesting tension pain in between my shoulder blades. And I know that this is triggering some of you guys, because there's plenty of arguments that you could have justifying why you shouldn't forgive certain people or why you shouldn't give and why you may need all that for yourself, all that sustenance for yourself. That's just some of you guys. But you know, there is this incredible release when you do forgive. It's not really for the other person like they say. They say it's for you. And I can only second that in my own experiences. It's a very human experience to forgive, isn't it? So let's see where your tarot reading is going, you guys. Aries, what does my Aries need to know? It's already kind of we've got this theme of giving of yourself actually creates returns. It's like a gift for yourself to actually give. Ironically, what do my Aries need to know at this time? Only taking the cards that fly out for you and want to have the conversation. Okay, we got some intense ones. We got the Lovers card. We have the Devil card. We have the Tower card. And we have the Four of Cups card. So interesting. We've got some major messages here, major arcana. There's only 22 in a deck of 78, so we really pay attention. I'm going to unpack these further, but I'd like to say the first card we start out with is the Four of Cups. This is a disinterest, an apathy in something, an opportunity probably connected to something emotional is extending itself out to you, and you're not, this is expressing disinterest. As you can see, there's that extension of the cup, and the cup represents emotions, all things that touch us emotionally. And this dude's like just looking forward like, meh. So let's talk about that before we get into these more intense cards. What is this for? Yeah, you're just not interested. Okay, we got the picture, Aries. Somebody's not interested. This is a rejection. All right, anything else that Aries needs to know about that? Three of Pentacles. This is doing the work, collaborating with others. Now that sometimes comes out when we are doing therapy or even in online dating. It's really just collaborating with others for a shared common goal. Anything else we need to know about that particular card? You're in a quiet place. This is a good time to actually reflect. This is a reflective place. We've got your energy out here. Looking at the big picture and being discerning, I feel, with how you give your energy away. And we have you, King of Wands here, energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles talking about the big picture, talking about the big picture. And it's not that this is not completely, it's not like you're throwing this offer away. It's almost like there's a pause. It feels like you're just investigating your own feelings. This is a quiet energy of the Four of Swords. As you can tell, he's lying on his that is actually a coffin. Interesting meaning that might actually connect with you behind this card is that when knights would go off to war, they would traditionally, and I don't know what country this is in, sadly, they would traditionally prepare their deathbed. They would prepare their coffin, so to speak. And when they would come home alive and not in a body bed, they would sleep the first night on top of that coffin, on top of that deathbed. And that was to pray and express gratitude for their lives, to be spared. And so it's an interesting time of reflection. There's this quiet place that you need to honor, because I think its ripple effects are touching the outer skirts of your life, your legacy, the big picture, what you're building for yourself. And it's interesting. The word trigger keeps on popping up in my mind, and I think that this offer has triggered a lot. Okay, so we have the Tower card, and the Tower card is not subtle energy, my loves. This is either a big move or it's an event that's outside of your control, but the Tower is always going to set you back on course when you've gotten out of balance. And we do that often as human beings. You know, it's too big to orchestrate every detail, and the universe collaborates with us to sometimes throw something in our way that we have to work with or work around, but it resets us in the right direction. In this particular case, independence is a really beautiful place for you. It's showing signs that this is a transformative time where you're going towards your own independence. Some of you guys might be moving out, living alone. Some of you guys might be investing in yourself and your visions in a unique way. But this event, no doubt, is the catalyst for that. So the only way we can really, only thing we can control in the arms of a Tower event is really how we react. And you're being beckoned by tarot and the energies surrounding you to make this transformation, temperance, towards your own independence. We have the Devil card coming up here that I want to ask about, and I'm going to do that with a new deck of cards because we've used a lot already. The Devil card talks about patterns of behavior that don't serve us. In this case, this could be a pattern of behavior or even addiction or a codependency of some sort that you've outgrown. But let's see what's going on. The Devil. Five of Swords is conflict, okay? So conflict, being right. This has been part of the Devil energy. What else? The Star, hope. What is the Star hope for? Build out the picture a little bit. Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Wow, what an interesting contradiction. There's a tug of war going on here. It's like you have hope. My nose is itching. That's always a good sign. I've got to sit down with this for a little while with you. The tug of war is this. You're hoping for a gesture, an invite, a gesture of simpatico, of love. It might be, it's different for all of you guys. You're going through different things. But then at the same time, you're withholding. You're pulling all your energies in. So this is the contradiction, right? Your arms are not out. If you look at the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he's holding all his coins. His coins represent value, so literally physical value, sometimes money, but also self-worth. It's a self-containment. And this is also, this is kind of a protective energy. So want to pay my respect to all the things that you've been through, and I don't want to minimize that. There's a reason usually why we withdraw our energies. We don't want to be susceptible or vulnerable to hurt, but at the same time, it requires us to kind of open up to receive that gift, to receive that Ace of Cups. So that's our contradiction, right? And here's the hope. But it's all hinging around feeling right, being right about something, holding on to being right. And so this is a conflict card, and it asks, yes, you can be right, but at what cost? All that is within the cycle, the pattern of this looping devil energy. And that's what tarot wants me to make you aware of. Now we finally get to the Lovers card. And the Lovers, this talks oftentimes about a choice. If it's not romantic, then it's in partnership of some context, some capacity. Tell me more for Aries, what's going to be beneficial to them. Please make it clear. We have your card out here, and it flew out upside down. Temperance card, upside down, Judgment card, King of Swords. So we've got a very realistic place this is coming down to. And I'm going to give you an example. These are those moments. I'm going to share something personal, actually. I had both parents die, and I made my decision that people are cruel and ruthless and only care about themselves. And I got to a point in this belief where it got so dark because I was like this and I was holding on to my belief. But man, that created a pretty shitty environment. And it got to the point where I had to a decision. And it was almost a life and death decision. It was like, you open up and you start feeling love effing now, like your life depends on it, or you're in real trouble because that door is closing. So attached to this Lover's card, we have an energy that is very similar to that. And I'm going to show you those cards. This is the Emperor card. When this is right side up, this represents your energy. This is ruled by Aries. When this is right side up, this is being, it's being in charge of things. It's leading the way, being an example for others. People naturally follow. It's really being almost a role model to yourself as well. But when this is upside down, it's demonstrative. It's having control. And we got the Temperance upside down too. So this is something that's really out of balance. This is saying, and I know that you're going to hate me for this, this is saying that there's your ego or your demonstrative energy within, we all have this. This is not some kind of devil that's occupying your body. Oh, no, Scooby-Doo shit. This is just you holding on to control in a way that is hurting you badly. And to emphasize that, we've got the Judgment card. So a big change is around the corner for you. And this is one of the reasons why you're getting that Tower. It's forcing you into, within the materialistic plane, and within the material plane, it's forcing you into a position to face this change. And that facing is very black and white. It's going to require you actually to strategize around this situation. So that's why it's there, my loves. Tell me more. What about this? What's going to help my Knight of Cups? We've got somebody coming towards you with their heart on their sleeve. What about this? Magician. You can create anything with this. You can create anything with this. It doesn't have to look conventional, and it doesn't have to cross your boundaries. But what you do with this is totally up to you. But there's Intuition, High Priestess. You may be quiet right now, and that's perfect. Getting into alignment with what you need. But this can be anything. You have all the tools to make your vision come true of what you want in the future. So this is Swords, this is Wands, Pentacles, Cups. He has them all laid out before him. Anything, last thoughts for my Aries? 3 fly out. You're putting down a burden here. We do have 3 of Cups. This is something to celebrate over, but this could be third-party energy for some of you guys. This could be meaning a couple people involved. You might be drawing boundaries, really solid boundaries. So it doesn't have to be in a place of, you don't have to draw these and create a desert for yourself. But you are putting down an exhausting journey, an exhausting chapter to this journey. And you can decide what that looks like. You have the King and the Queen of Swords here. It's very air energy. It's very much up here in your mind. And if that's what makes you feel safer right now, then that's delightful. Then you strategize. There's a rationality, but it's also all about getting down to truth. And so it would be an incomplete reading and an inauthentic reading if I didn't share that place of cognitive strategy and all that. It does conjoin with emotion here. And that is, it kind of circles back to your oracle cards. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. You can look at that very black and white, and you can look at it analytically if it helps. I'm sending you off with love and light, and I hope that was helpful. Take good care. Consider subscribing. Please like the video.